far from here at the U.S. Capitol, and he promised to make health care more secure and more affordable for all Americans. I'm proud to tell you that just days ago, we announced that a record-breaking 14.5 million Americans got themselves a health insurance plan that they could afford through the Affordable Care Act and its recent open enrollment period. And let me go ahead and take off this mask. That's an important number because while the 14.5 million is big, what you really want to know here in Virginia is that more than 300,000 of those Americans are Virginians who now have health insurance and the peace of mind that comes from knowing you can take your child to a hospital without going bankrupt because of the bill. The President's American Rescue Plan, which Congresswoman Spamberger helped get across the finish line, helped lower the average monthly premium on those insurance policies by 26% for those Virginians. That's more money staying in your pocket because you're hardworking Americans and you deserve it. In fact, thanks to the President's American Rescue Plan, 4 in 5 people in America who recently signed up for the health insurance offered under the Affordable Care Act could find a health plan where they paid $10 or less per month in premiums. $10 a month in premiums. Now that's a good deal. The President also has us hard at work fighting to lower the cost of the prescription drugs that you use day in, day out, and that you need. He's heard the stories from Americans in every corner of our country. Americans like Alex Smith in Minnesota, who couldn't afford the medication he needed. Alec, a 26-year-old father, died after trying to ration his insulin because he was trying to make ends meet. We pay too much for prescription drugs in America. On average, about $1,500 per person. And if you're saying to yourself right now, hey, I don't use prescription medication, so I don't have any of those costs. Well, just think how much your uncle or your neighbor must be paying so that when taken together, it adds up to an average of $1,500 a year for each and every one of us in America. We pay more than any comparable nation for our life-saving medications. You know what that means? Well, price gouging means Americans face impossible choices. Refill your gas tank or refill your prescription medication. Get life-saving meds or keep a roof over your family's head. When Alex Smith's mother testified before Congress, she said, "This should never happen, and I am counting on all of you to help make sure it does not happen to another family." That's why last fall, we rolled out a comprehensive plan to lower prescription drug prices through real competition, negotiating for the best price, and sparking new, innovative treatments. Our work isn't finished, and it takes all of us, because we know healthcare is not just about mending bones or dispensing pills. It's about giving people peace of mind. So, thank you, President Biden. Thank you for keeping your promise to make healthcare more affordable and for giving Americans a chance to secure the peace of mind they deserve. Now, of course, none of our progress would be possible without strong leadership in Congress. That's why I'm proud to introduce our next speaker. Abigail Spamberger came to Congress to protect Americans' access to affordable health care. Like me, she knows that raising 3 daughters means Americans providing the health, the safety, and the chance to thrive to our children. And for the past 3 years, she has advocated for bipartisan healthcare solutions that achieve real progress and respond to the unique challenges of rural communities in America. Please join me today in welcoming your Congresswoman, Abigail Spamberger.
What is up, everyone? Please take a second to hit that like button. The more likes that we get in a short period of time, the more people the algorithm will bring into the chat to come hang out with us and see what's going on. So hit that like button. Let me know how you're doing.
Hello. My name is Abigail Spamberger, and I am proud to serve Virginia's 7th District each and every day in Congress. On behalf of our district, I'd like to welcome President Biden and his team to Culpeper County. Welcome to our Commonwealth, Mr. President. Thank you, Secretary Becerra, for your introduction, and thank you for your attention to the rising cost of prescription drugs. I look forward to working closely with you in the future. Thank you to Mayor Reeves and members of the Culpeper Town Council for being with us today. Today, I am proud to bring the President of the United States here to one of the campuses of Germanna. Mr. President, this institution does tremendous workforce training, and they truly have a heart for not just the careers of their students, but also for their well-being. If anyone in your administration has questions about how to get the next generation prepared and to how to keep our country competitive, I would encourage them to look no further than this place. Throughout the pandemic, places like Culpeper have looked out for their neighbors. People have banded together, and they've supported small businesses, first responders, police, and healthcare workers, all of whom make our communities stronger. We have seen tremendous progress in the battle against this virus, but even in the midst of this moment of recovery, our communities still struggle with the sticker price of many items, including and especially at the pharmacy counter. COVID has exacerbated what was already a staggering day-to-day cost for Virginia families, and we are long overdue in addressing it. Today is about bringing renewed focus and, more importantly, urgency to lowering drug prices. Since I first ran for Congress, this issue has been top of mind for my constituents. They are outraged that in the United States of America, they have to pay 10 times as much or more as patients in other countries pay for the same medication. For our neighbors with common health conditions like diabetes, heart disease, or cancer, I consistently hear about how skyrocketing drug prices are making it harder to stay ahead and harder to plan for the future. I hear about delayed payments on rent or the mortgage. I hear about parents sitting at the dining room table and deciding whether they should drain their child's education fund to help pay for their child's medication. And I hear from seniors who are skipping a meal because they cannot afford the medication they need to survive. These are the personal experiences of Virginians, of the Virginians I represent. But if you were to throw a dart anywhere on the map of the United States, you would hear these exact same stories. Part of our recovery means stopping these stories from remaining a common refrain. In Congress, I welcome any effort that can deliver lower drug prices for the people I serve. It is worth our time. Because giving Medicare the power to negotiate drug prices and giving Virginians peace of mind about an aging parent or relative, that is worth our time. And capping the price of insulin so that kids can just be kids and not have to worry about another trip to the ER, that is worth our time. And holding drug companies and PBMs accountable for increasing the prices that cancer patients pay, all behind a shroud of secrecy, that is worth our time. And lawmakers have spent a lot of time talking about lowering drug costs. And we know the American people are behind this push, but we need to buck up and get it done. The Virginians who are with us today have their stories of how high drug costs have impacted them. And Congress needs to demonstrate that we are not just listening to them, not just talking to them, but we are delivering for them. And now I have the honor of introducing one such 7th District family with a powerful story. Shannon Davis is a dedicated teacher, and she's here with her son, Joshua. And for the record, Joshua is one of the bravest constituents I have ever met, and he's already becoming one of the strongest advocates on this issue, meeting with our office, calling for changes to practices of drug middlemen, and speaking out on behalf of kids like him with type 1 diabetes. If we all displayed the leadership and the maturity of Joshua, I think we'd be able to tackle way more challenges than just the rising cost of prescription drugs. I am proud to know the Davis family, and I am proud to know that they are using their story to bring much needed attention to out-of-pocket costs and how they are impacting them and their neighbors. It is now my honor to introduce the President of the United States, President Joe Biden, and Shannon and Joshua Davis.
Thank you so much to Congresswoman Spamberger and President Biden for reaching out to us to be able to share our story with you today. Our story represents just one of the millions of Americans who live with chronic illnesses that require life-saving medication every single day. Brian, my husband, was diagnosed at the age of 28 with type 1 diabetes, previously known as juvenile diabetes, an autoimmune disease that stops your body from creating insulin. At 28 years old, that was such a surprise for a young couple married to realize that Brian would need this insulin for the rest of his life. This quickly became overwhelming when Joshua, our second child, was diagnosed before his first birthday. At the time, we had no idea how the prescription and medical costs would impact our future as a family. We are extremely privileged that we have maintained insurance for the last 17 years. However, even with insurance, we currently spend between $6,000 and $7,000 a year. That is just our insulin cost. This does not include the insulin pump supplies, emergency glucagon, monitoring, or test strips. We have worked hard over the last 12 years since Joshua was diagnosed, and we have figured out ways to conserve our insulin when possible. You learn tricks to save money with this life-threatening disease. We will use one vial between Brian and Joshua until its every last drop is gone. We will use insulin after it is expired, even though it's not recommended. And we will push our pump sites just a little bit longer than we should. We will space out when we pick up our new prescriptions because in January, when our new high deductible has hit, we do not have thousands of dollars to go into the pharmacy and spend that money on our insulin. Everyone's experience is unique, and I have met so many families that have had to skip insulin doses or choose between their house and their electric bills or their child's insulin for the month. Joshua is only 12 years old. And on February 13th, he will have lived with type 1 diabetes for 12 years. And God willing, he will have many more years ahead of him. And in those years, I am hopeful that when he is an adult, as a country, we will have recognized that these crucial medications need to be affordable for all Americans. If insulin costs were capped at $35 per month, this would be life-changing, not only for our family, but for the millions of families impacted by diabetes. I am so thankful for the leaders who are working so hard on behalf of our families and the rest of the Americans to make this a reality. At this time, I would be honored to introduce you to one of my heroes, my son, Joshua Davis.
Thank you for inviting me to share my story. My name is Joshua Davis, and I am 12 years old and in the 7th grade at Swift Creek Middle School in Chesterfield, VA. I am active in Scouts and love playing goalie with my CYL lacrosse team. I was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes at 11 months old. So my entire life, this is all I have ever known, and until there is a cure, all I will know. Before getting my insulin pump, I needed 10 to 12 shots of insulin a day. But my insulin pump changed that. But while I am getting older, I also need more insulin every day. I have to be careful with my bottles of insulin because they can break very easily. And, well, I am a 12-year-old boy. It helps that my dad also has type 1 diabetes. He is truly my hero for showing me how to live with type 1 diabetes. I am thankful that insulin was invented because it is my life support. I don't have a choice whether or not to use it. I lead a very active life, and I don't let type 1 slow me down. I'm thankful that my parents do what they can to make sure I have insulin. Thank you so much to Congresswoman Spamberger and President Biden for all they are doing to make sure I will be able to continue to live safely and actively with affordable insulin. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the President of the United States, President Biden.
Thank you so much, Wicked Ways, for joining the membership program, and welcome to the family. You're officially a hooligan. Oh, things are getting weird. Is the boy a Fed?
Thank you, Mr. President. I could have no more have done that when I was 12 years old than fly.
You can barely do it now.
Be a stutterer. I was scared to death. I would stand up and talk like that. And I can't tell you how proud I am of you. And your brother is equally as impressive as you are. He's standing there, he's sitting there 2 seats over. Shannon and Joshua, and by the way, happy birthday, man. He's going to be 13 years old, teenager, in a couple days.
Look at his sad face.
I want you to know that lowering the cost of prescription drugs is one of the reasons why I'm here with Abigail, your congresswoman. And that's what I want to talk about with you today. Lowering the cost of health care overall as well. Lowering the cost of prescription drugs is important, and giving families like yours just a little bit more breathing room makes a gigantic difference. Before I get into that, I want to say it's good to be here at Germanna School. And by the way, Abigail, if I want to know anything about community colleges in Virginia, I go to my wife. She teaches full time and has for the last 9 years. She's in the classroom now at community college in Northern Virginia Community College. And she says, you know, the single best kept secret in America is community colleges. And it really is. They are so flexible, they can do so much. And if I had more time, which I don't, for all of you, I'd go into what we're going to try to do to increase the flexibility and the funding of community colleges for people. But it's great to be here with Abigail, with Congresswoman Spamberger. And in every chapter of her career, in every chapter, she's always been about one thing: service. I also want to thank Mark Warner and Tim Kaine, your senators here, good friends, and worked closely with me on so many things when I was a senator and now as president and when I was vice president. But they needed to be in Washington today because there's votes in the Senate. I also want to thank Secretary of Health and Human Services, Javier Becerra, for two things. One, for answering my call when I asked him to come and be the secretary. I was worried he wouldn't. And how much he's helped us make so much progress in getting people vaccinated, getting health insurance, and making it more affordable health care. Look, health care is part of Abigail, Congresswoman, your Congresswoman's background. Back in 2017, she saw her representatives in Congress vote to repeal the Affordable Care Act. That was one of more than 100 Republican efforts. There were 100 Republican efforts since we passed it in our last administration to repeal the Affordable Care Act. But she knew that that was the exact opposite of what Central Virginia badly needed. You needed then and you need now more access to quality health care that is more affordable. So when I became President of the United States, that's what we did. We passed the American Rescue Plan, which made quality coverage through the Affordable Care Act more affordable than ever before, with families saving on average, have signed up, family on average $2,400 a year in their annual premiums. Compared to last year, the average monthly premium for Virginians has gone down more than 25%. Over 5 million people have gained coverage through the ACA since I became president. And as was mentioned by Javier, over 300,000 Virginians have signed up for health insurance during the open enrollment period here in Virginia. And we want to go further. Lowering prescription drug prices, get a cap on the amount people pay on Medicare, pay for prescription drugs, and to bring more clarity and fewer surprises when you get your bills if you've been hospitalized. So let me say a few words about each of these things now. With regard to prescription drugs, in America, we pay the highest prescription drug prices of any nation, developed nation in the world, the the highest of any. And it's about 2 to 3 times higher than what other countries pay. Let me give you one example. An anti-cancer drug to treat leukemia and lymphoma costs $14,000 a month in the United States. The same exact drug, made by the same exact pharmaceutical company, is sold in France, and it's $6,000 a month. $6,000 in France. Same exact drug, same exact manufacturer, same exact amounts. Not 14, but 6. That's for a month's supply. Today, 1 in 4 Americans who need prescription drugs struggle to afford them. 1 in 4. Nearly 30% have skipped doses of essential drugs they're supposed to take. Others have simply not filled prescriptions that the doctor had given them, tried to use over-the-counter drugs or pills cut in half because they can't afford the cost of their prescription. This is the United States of America, for God's sake. That's just wrong. It's simply wrong, especially since it doesn't cost the drug companies nearly as much to make the drug or the research that went into them. Let me regress for just a moment here. I started when in the Obama-Biden administration an effort to deal with the cancer moonshot, to change the way in which we deal with cancer. And I'm reinstituting that in my administration now. And it was interesting. We had these hearings all over the United States, and one of the major events we used at Howard University, where there were 35 other events going on simultaneously with this. I had subsequently met with the heads of, I think it was 13 drug companies. And I asked them, I said, if you found a cure for a particular cancer, how much you think you should be able to charge? And the response universally was, what the market will bear. I said, hope I don't get elected president, because that's just not what you'll get. You should be treated more like a utility. You should be able to make a significant progress. Let's add up how much, and like they do in Germany. How much did it cost you, all the research and development, all the effort, add it all up, and then on top of that, add a significant premium for it. A profit of 20 to 30% above that. Maybe in some cases more. But the idea you can charge whatever you want is just not going to happen in the United States of America if I have anything to do with it. Even if you think this doesn't affect you, it does, by the way. Everyone has less money in their pockets today because of high drug cost, and health insurance. And it's more expensive for everyone. And the reason it is this is what your insurance companies pay. All you have insurance. You're paying a heck of a lot more even if you're not using the drugs. Over the past decade, healthcare costs have gone up 50%. Prescription drugs are a big chunk of that. And there's a lot of things that almost every American can agree on. But I think it's safe to say that all of us, whatever our background, our age, where we live, whether we agree on prescription drugs, look, we all acknowledge they're outrageously expensive. And in many cases, bear no relationship to cost. It doesn't need to be that way. Josh and Shannon, it costs drug companies less than $10 to make a vial of that insulin. Less than $10. That's what it costs. There's no reason you should be paying over $300 a vial for medicine you need every day to stay healthy and in many cases stay alive. As your mom said, you've got to pay $5,600 for prescriptions before your insurance even kicks in. You got to do the deductible. Shannon, you should have peace of mind of knowing that Joshua grows up and leaves your health care plan. He'll be able to choose a job without ever having to make a choice between which one has the particular health care coverage. You know, we're now in a position where we can cap copays for insulin at $35 a month. That's still a staggering profit, 3.5 times what it costs to produce the drug. You can do that with the stroke of we can do that with the stroke of a pen. In my Build Back Better legislation that with Abigail's leadership passed the House of Representatives, we can do that. Now we just have to get it through the United States Senate, and we're close. We can do even more to lower out-of-pocket prescription costs. Under my proposal, we will hold drug companies accountable for the absurd price increases. Here's how. Drug companies that increase their prices faster than the rate of inflation once the price is set will face a steep tax. This will help us end the days when drug companies could increase their prices with no oversight, no accountability, and no responsibility. We're saying to drug companies, you are finally going to become accountable when you raise prices on the American people. Accountability. You're still going to make a significant profit. And we can take additional steps to lower drug costs for people with Medicare, something Abigail has championed. Right now, the only thing Medicare is not allowed to negotiate the price of are prescription drugs. For everything else covered by Medicare, a doctor's visit, they negotiate, say, we'll pay no more than this much for a doctor's visit. So if the doctors don't want to take any Medicare patients, they don't have to. But if they have a Medicare patient, which there are millions of them, they cannot charge more than a certain amount. Crutches. We limit the amount of money they can pay for crutches. But Medicare can negotiate everything except drug prices. The only outfit they can't deal with. My plan is going to allow Medicare to negotiate the prices they're prepared to pay for each individual drug. If the company says I'm not going to sell it to you for that price, fine. But they're going to lose millions of customers. Millions of customers. What we're proposing is that we negotiate fair prices, one that reflects the cost of research and development and the need for significant profit, but still is affordable and has some relationship to the cost the drug company had. My plan also caps the amount that seniors on Medicare have to spend on prescription drugs each year total, so that if they're on Medicare, they'll not have to spend out of pocket more than $2,000 a year, no matter how many drugs they're taking. With drug companies, insurance companies, and medicine and Medicare picking up the rest of the cost. And just last month, to bring greater transparency to healthcare costs, my administration outlawed surprise billing. I've had a significant experience with hospital care. My son Bo was Attorney General of Delaware and won the Bronze Star in Iraq, and dealing with being deployed overseas for a long time, for a year. You know, he came back with glioblastoma. He died. But you know what? The fact is that, and I was hospitalized a long time. I had a couple of years ago, cranial aneurysms, was hospitalized for a long time. And you can no longer get that surprise billings we got. If your health care plan did not cover a particular doctor, but you didn't even know you were being consulted, you get an extra bill for $2,000 to $5,000. They can't do that anymore. No more surprise billing. No more. Millions of hardworking Americans will no longer have to worry about unexpected medical bills, and Abigail has been making sure that we bring the same transparency to drug prices. A couple years ago, Abigail worked to pass a bipartisan legislation to make drug prices more transparent so you knew what you were paying for. And my administration is working with Abigail to make sure we enforce that. She also has been relentless in making sure the law that's been on the books that says pharmaceutical companies need to provide rural clinics and community health centers with discounts on prescription drugs, it's actually enforced. We're working together on that as well. I've long said health care should be a right, not a privilege in this country. This isn't a partner. Diabetes, Alzheimer's, cancer, they're not partisan issues. They're not Democrat or Republican. This is about whether or not you and your loved ones can afford the health care you need and the medicines you need to stay healthy. Because we need to ease the burden on working families by making everything more affordable and accessible. Look, again, a slight digression. Inflation is up. It's up. And coming from a family when the price of gas went up, you felt it in the household. You knew what it was like. It matters. But the fact is that if we are able to do the things I'm talking about here, it'll bring down the cost for average families. Bring down the cost for average families. I don't know why they keep moving all that, but the fact is they keep down the cost for average families. And look, the fact is that we're in a situation now where, you should have peace of mind. I know food prices are up, and we're working to bring them down. As I said, I grew up in a family where the price at the pump went up, you felt it, and I understand. But these things are necessities. We're working to bring down prices where they're not totally what families, in fact, have to pay now. You still have to pay for child care. Child care is a cost for millions of families. You still have to pay your prescription drug prices. You still have to pay for health care. You want to lower the cost of living for people, help them in those areas. So there's more than one way for a family when it comes to raising their standard of living. I'm going to work like the devil to bring gas prices down, which I'm going to working to make sure that we keep strengthening the supply chains to bring the cost down, which I'm going to, and everything else, and the goods that come to America down by helping the ports 24/7, by changing a whole range of things that, what's happened with COVID has caused significant increase in prices in the supply chain. Because when a factory shuts down in another part of the world and you need that particular product in order to finish and build whatever you're working on, the price goes up exponentially, like for cars. But in the meantime, there's a lot we can do to give families extra breathing room. We can do this when we cut the cost of child care, making sure that you don't pay more than 7% of the family's income for child care. It saves thousands of dollars for families. Shannon, think about what these plans would mean for you and your family. We've already made a lot of progress on the economy. Last year, more jobs were created in America than in any year in American history. Unemployment has dropped more than any year in American history. We reduced the deficit, the federal deficit, while doing both those things by $300 billion. We lowered child poverty by nearly 40% in America, more than any year in American history as a consequence of the child tax credit. And we're coming out of these challenges in a position of strength unmatched by any nation in the world. And I might add, and I note here to slow, that this does not raise anyone's, if you're making less than $400,000, you're not paying a single penny more in taxes. Not a single penny more in taxes. And it does not increase the deficit because it's paid for. It's fully paid for. I've had a group of major companies from Intel to General Motors to Ford to down across the board come to me and say they want to keep these programs going, increase corporate taxes to 24%, which they were supposed to be. It gets paid for. They understand the net effect on the economy is to grow it. We know that when we invest in ourselves, there's no limit to what we can achieve. With leaders like Abigail and the brave folks like Shannon and Joshua, all of you know here today that all this progress we made is going to be just the beginning. Just the beginning. I promise you. We're going to do so much more. And it will not, I emphasize, it will not increase the debt. Will not increase taxes on anyone making less than $400,000 a year. And by the way, I'm a capitalist. I'm a capitalist. You should be able to make $1 million or $1 billion. Just pay a little bit of your fair share, that's all. We have over 53 companies in America that made $40 billion last year. Didn't pay a single penny in taxes. Not a single penny. It's not right. And so you find a lot of these corporations realize to grow and be competitive, it makes sense just to pay a little more in taxes at the top end in order to afford this economic growth we're creating. But bringing down the cost of health care, bringing down the cost of prescription drugs is an easy thing for us to do. It can be done legally with a stroke of a pen. We just got to get Abigail's enthusiasm that she got it through in the House of Representatives, the United States Senate.
God forbid he speaks into the microphone.
Spend some time. But all kidding aside, there's so much we can do. want to thank the family for being willing to stand up here and share their story.
Speak up, you dumb piece of shit.
Everybody knows who you are. I want them to see you. That good-looking guy back there, that's Dad. Every time I'd walk out of my grandpa's house up in Scranton, Pennsylvania, his name was Ambrose Finnegan. He was an All-American football player out in Santa Clara when he was a kid. And he used to always yell, "Joey, keep the faith." My grandmother would yell back, "No, Joey, spread it. Let's spread the faith and get this done." Thank you very, very much. Appreciate it.
Oh yeah, wait till the end of speaking to the microphone. Alright, so we're going to get ready for the Pledge of Allegiance. I'm going to do some shout outs and then we'll see what's going on with the truckers. Once I get the truckers on the screen, I will see if we have any protesters marching around and, doing what they do. Oh, Crack Pipe Joe. Free insulin? Free crack pipes? There you go. Makes no sense. All right, so we had a poll here on YouTube, 273 totally legitimate votes. Well, old man Walter, 44% believe he would do a creepy whisper. 28% believe he'll tell the story from long, long ago. 15% believe angry, confused yelling. 13% believe crap his pants out of anger. Thank you guys so much for participating in the poll. I know a lot of you were like, well, it's all of the above. Yeah, but I can't put that because then everybody's going to select that and then it's not fun. All right, we got some shout outs here. Dang, we were live 12 hours ago. Holy moly. Keeping it going. Thank you so much, Wicked Ways, for the $10 donation. I really appreciate you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Chris, for the $20 donation. You're awesome. Thank you. Thank you so much, Stevie Marley, for the $5 donation. I appreciate it. I see Snooks is bringing in all kinds of people. I see lots of hooligans like, yo, I didn't know you were a mod. She is a fresh mod here on YouTube, at least on my channel. Thank you so much, Smokey SGT, for the $5 donation. Really appreciate it. And thank you so much, Stevie Marley. Let's go, Brandon. I really appreciate the $5 donation. Thank you so much. Thank you, Jan, for gifting 2 subs over on Twitch. You're awesome. Thank you. All right, let's cut the music and do the Pledge of Allegiance. Hit that like button, hooligans. Let's run them likes up. All right, join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, I see YouTube's going through some changes here. Salty Cracker posted a video earlier, and by the time I got to it, it had already been up for just about an hour, and it was censored in a way that I've never seen before. Let me see if I can find the screenshot that I took. I posted it in the Discord. I'm sure some of you have seen it. So I don't know if you guys can read that. I don't know what it looks like on your end. But as I tried to watch the video, it says the following content has been identified by the YouTube community as inappropriate or offensive to some audiences. After clicking confirm, you are not able to share the video. I'm not sure if you can comment on it, but this is a form of censorship I have not seen yet. To me, this seems new. I haven't come across this yet, so I thought that was really interesting. Thought I would share that with you guys. They also took 100 subscribers from me last night. We did really awesome covering the truckers. Lots of people joined us on YouTube, and we hit 55,590 something subscribers, and I woke up and it was 55,460 something subscribers. I mean, maybe I'm a piece of shit and I drove people away with the truth I was spilling out yesterday, but usually when that many people unsubscribe all at once in a matter of 12 hours, it's because YouTube thinks they're funny. All right, let's get some truckers on the screen. All right, well, before I unmute this video, I just want to remind everyone, everything you see, hear, or read on the live is not real or accurate information and shouldn't be taken as such. This is all just make-believe from the mind of a hooligan.
As that medical lady told me, she said the guy with the Confederate flag, she said there was a camera crew following him around and he had a mask on the whole time, like a ski mask. So it's all, like, her theory was that they maybe planted someone, and because like that guy didn't want to show his face. Why didn't he want to show his face? Hey, hello, Oregon. Hey, Dennis. Howdy. Yeah, that's insane. Yeah, he hit 3 people. Like, and it was like, people were like, oh, it was an accident. No, he like just purposely drove, howdy, into Winnipeg, like into the crowd in Winnipeg. It's a new type of snowplow. That guy's a new buddy of mine. He's a native fellow from Alberta, and he's telling me that people are telling him he's a white supremacist for being here. The guy's like full native. My negativity towards cops. What have I said that's negative? Thank you, Chatty. Thank you very much. Thanks a lot, Chatty.
Chrissy Cola, what's the best way to donate? Probably PayPal or Cash App. They take the least amount, and I can use whatever they take as a tax write-off when I pay into taxes at the end of the year or the beginning of the year, however that should be worded. But really, it's whatever's convenient for you guys. Some people care about how much gets taken away from the donation. Other people care about convenience. So don't want to force anyone to take a route they don't want to take. What's up, Gang of Four?
All the new cops that come in here were like, holy fuck, is this chill? Like, they were expecting something way worse. Because I can guarantee at all the other protests and festivals, people are not this nice towards them.
Come on, dude. Don't be buffering. Alright, give me a second.
Yeah, I know. It seems like, if anything, they're having fun here. Because, like the vibe from the London police, which is a different city, but they brought them in. The vibe from them is that, like, holy, it's very chill here. They're having fun. I caught them taking selfies. It's, you know why they can do that, though? It's because, like, nothing's happening. Nothing violent's going on. The ask for 1,800 more cops is bullshit. They don't need that.
What's up, Shane? Yeah, I still have to make a Venmo. It's kind of a pain in the ass. I was going to make one yesterday, but they want all my business information because I have to make a business Venmo. I didn't have time to do it yesterday. What's up, Andrew?
Cops seem to be having a good time. All the ones not wearing masks are big smiles.
There you go, Rain. You finally did it. You finally did it. You finally crossed the line. You are now banned from the YouTube chat.
I've heard some lawyers did.
There's going to be so many people pissing on your grave. They've been waiting a long time for this.
I heard. That's what I heard. I'll go talk to my friend down on the other end and see if it's true or not.
What's up, Craig?
That's an accurate statement, Fred Penner.
Nah, Cornish, I didn't read it until I put Canada on the live. I don't know. You know, they're watching these Canada feeds real close.
Yeah, I will point out that Maxine has consistently been against the mandates and the passport, so he's been consistent, and I think the Conservatives are realizing more people are agreeing with the PPC, and the Conservatives in Canada lost a lot of votes to the PPC, and therefore they lost the election.
Yeah, I appreciate you, Salty Ragu.
A lot of people felt Aaron O'Toole was just going by what the polls say. Yeah, so they feel
Thank you so much, Elisa, for the $2 donation. I really appreciate you, and thank you for using PayPal.
Well, Maxime was with it all along. Kind of like how Bernie Sanders back in the 80s was for gay marriage when it wasn't cool. Maxime was for the ending of the mandates and passports when it wasn't cool. Now it's cool, and so now some politicians are jumping on it. I feel like Trudeau's tone has changed a little bit last few press conferences. Instead of outright bashing the truckers, he's not agreeing with them, but he's like, I get why they're mad.
What's up, JD? What's up, real assistant? Yeah, I need to make a buy me a coffee thing. I see Oreo Express, they have that, and it seems to work well for them. I think they got banned from PayPal. There's actually a lot of conservatives that got banned from PayPal over the summer. I think it's because they were using it as a donation, and it says right on there, like, if you don't have the paperwork, you cannot use the donation button. It needs to count as a sale. You have to pay tax on it. And I think that's how a lot of people got hit up. I don't know for certain. Obviously, I don't know how their PayPal was set up, but I think that's why they got hit and we didn't, because I get hit for everything. If you fart and it sounds like you were talking about the plague or you were talking about the jab, I get a strike for it. So for me to not get hit on PayPal, I'm assuming that's why. Invent a buy me a beer app. That would be the best. I wish I could. I really, really wish I had some software developing hooligans, because there's all kinds of ideas I have. I'm just not smart enough to write code. I could be if I had time to learn, but I don't have the time. Mark, I accept crypto, but no one's ever donated in crypto. Yeah, I appreciate you, real assistant. Yeah, Silver Wolf. I'm subscribed to ZOT.
Yeah, I think the most likes I've ever had on a video was like 9K. I hope to beat that again today.
69 drummer, did I see the inflation numbers? No, I don't believe any of those numbers. I'm not saying that inflation isn't happening. I'm just saying I don't believe anything that they show on the screen at all. Because it's all manipulated, you know, like the mainstream news and stuff. And, you know, you guys are more than welcome to believe whatever you want to believe, but I personally don't. I don't check numbers or anything like that. I might wake up and check my stock in the morning or something, but I don't read the broadcast of, you know, pre-made charts and all that stuff. I don't know. What does it do? You know, it doesn't make my life any better or worse. If I go to Walmart and I can find a pound of burger and it costs $23, then, you know, that's when it affects me. But when it's a number on the screen, all it does is ruin your day. What's up, Rachel Rocha? What's up, Trigger Crazy?
Yeah, is this the only live stream? Well, I don't know. If you guys feel free to share it. If you don't mind, I really appreciate it when people share the link. It gets me more traffic and whatnot.
Ken, Elon invented PayPal. You think he's a supervillain? He might be. He might be. He's suspicious. He seems like a good guy, but I don't know. I don't know. I feel like the government wouldn't work with him if he was a good guy.
14, I was picking away at making a YouTube channel. The same YouTube channel.
Not sure.
Getting like barely any views, getting like 1,000 hits or something on a video, and I think the most before this I got was like 40 or something thousand on a video, but now that some of my videos have been like consistently getting 30,000.
Yeah, I appreciate you, Cornish. It actually it makes a big difference if you guys have the same username, whether it's across platforms or between where I know you for your preferred platform to watch the live, if your name's the same as in the Discord, it makes a huge difference, because you can be like one of my best buds in the chat, and then you come in the Discord and your name's something else, and I'm going to treat you like I don't know you. And I think people get offended by that, but how would I know? If you go by 16 different usernames, how am I supposed to know that's you? That's all I have to identify you, is your name and your profile picture.
Yeah, maybe that's a good point. More truck interviews.
What's up, The Reach? Thanks for joining the live. What's up, country boy? What's up, Janet? It's a really chill here morning here in Ottawa. They were up pretty late last night. We were covering the live until 1 in the morning here Eastern time, which is the same as Ottawa. Everyone was up late, revving engines, having themselves a good time. Oh, Orient Express is live right now. I wonder if they're buffering this guy's live, because I'm pretty sure his channel's fairly new. When I went to copy his username, it was like his link or whatever for his YouTube channel. It was just a bunch of numbers and letters. So he's not even at the point to have a custom name yet.
We gotta do a P after that. We'll interview some truckers.
What's up, Andrew? I appreciate you. Yeah, Trigger Crazy, I can always tell it's you. I can spot a bigot, okay? You dusty bigot. I can recognize you wherever you are. And now I know what your voice sounds like. Keeping an eye on you, bud. I swear I still feel hungover from 2 days ago in the voice chat. We had us a good time. All right, Sherry. Well, I appreciate you watching that Odyssey. I appreciate you guys letting me know your alter egos on these other platforms, but there's just too many of you for me to remember. It is what it is. Yeah, Foxfire. I'm pretty sure it has to do with the keywords, which actually I need to update the keywords on my live, which is probably why we don't even have 300 people here. I think anything related to Truckers Canada, Ottawa, Toronto, Windsor, anything like that, YouTube is hunting down that stuff.
Where's Jacko Ozzy? I don't know where he is. Howdy.
David Tricker should change his name to Dusty Bigot. No, he is fine. I like him just as he is. That's my pet name for him. Don't be jealous.
Wonder if these guys are paid. Because every Ottawa has an stuff.
Debacles, you're stoner. Okay, that makes sense. Sometimes I can identify with the way you guys talk and stuff like that. What's up, Stacy?
A lot of people, not a lot, a few people I've talked to try to insist it's not happening. Like, I don't know how to say that. Like it just is.
I don't know. I remember all the Ottawa residents we've talked to.
Thank you so much, Lucky, for the $20 donation. I really appreciate it, and thank you for using PayPal.
Because of all these trucks and all these eyes everywhere. And the lady in the blue we just talked to. You know? Those two medical ladies. I believe one of them was from here. Look it up.
Parabellum, no, I haven't named the Hula Cat yet. I haven't seen him in 3 days. I've been live streaming. I actually need to check the post office. A hooligan sent me something like 2 weeks ago, and I don't even have enough time to go to the post office and retrieve it. There needs to be 2 of me. Hopefully, Elon gets that figured out or whatever.
I believe that's very true. Out of all the Ottawa residents, 2 people have come here like that.
Yeah, Misty, as far as I know, I don't think the police came and did anything. Someone left a really vague comment under one of the lives from yesterday saying, oh, no one's posting about what happened last night. I don't know what the hell happened last night. I haven't heard anything about it. So, I don't know. As far as I know, nothing happened. Just got muted for a second while there's commercial music. With this live streamer being so new, I'm sure his channel's probably not monetized, so he probably doesn't have to worry about copyright flags. If you're not monetized, I don't even think they say anything to you about the copyright flags, because you're not even making anything off the video, so they probably just pay the owner of the music. Holy moly, did you see that guy? He was tall as shit. That was the tallest Canadian I've ever seen. Getting it. The weather is different up there. He was at another altitude.
Well, to be honest, I'm walking to go take a pee right now.
I like this guy. He's honest. I like that. The Alberta border got raided? Yeah, I haven't heard anything about that. Interesting.
Shout out to Pat Financial. Thanks. And no, Pat, I did appreciate your email last night with your suggestions. I very much appreciate that stuff.
Tara, I don't know if you're having a mental breakdown or whatnot. Almost everything you're posting is getting flagged. You push it any farther, it'll be the last thing you ever post in here. Alright, just give me a second. I gotta update my keywords and all that stuff. Try and get this chat filled up on YouTube. I know we're being shadow banned and stuff right now. I was having like stress nightmares or something. I woke up like 45 times while I was trying to sleep. I'd wake up and I'd check my phone expecting to have a strike because I was too tired to take those videos down yesterday. We had 3 lives and all of them were questionable on whether or not they were going to give me a strike. And so I was having like, I don't know, I was stress sleeping and just waking up in a panic like, oh damn, I'm not going to be able to go live because YouTube's a communist. But they didn't give me a strike, but I didn't get no sleep either.
I don't know who's on
David the cat's gonna be a superstar. Yep.
I was looking myself.
The Hooligan mascot.
I couldn't find anything. Very strange. And if people can't live stream, I hope they at least take video and then upload it later. I know live streaming is kind of more fun and more real, though. It's also easier because there's no editing. I noticed like a lot of YouTubers that try and get into YouTubing, like when they start, what slows them down is like the procrastination of editing. That really slowed me down, so that's why I like streaming, because there's no worrying about editing later, and then you're worrying that it's not going to be good enough. And
He says that now. Just wait till he starts getting strikes and stuff. He'll be editing videos and doing all kinds of stuff he thought he'd never do.
I left too much in or not. I'm gonna go talk to the guy in the red. I've been drinking way too many energy drinks. I've actually been getting some acne lately. I haven't had acne since I was like 17, 27 now. Yeah. Too many energy drinks, I guess. Staying up all night. Pan, this is not live. This was pre-recorded 60 days ago.
What'd he just say? No, I think he's on something else. There's a lot of activity in front of Parliament. I think it's all good though. The I don't know if you want to call them protesters, whatever they are. I guess they're protesters. They all got reflective vests and stuff on now, so they kind of look like cops. Interesting. See me and hear me roar. Lots of them actually are wearing reflective gear.
Did he move it? I will go ask him after I pee. I need to pee. I'm sorry. I haven't peed yet today.
See Viva's live interviewing people.
I'm very sorry.
Stacy, my anxiety stays on high alert. I don't know, it keeps me safe. Puts everyone else in danger though. Wake up, got a phone in one hand and a pew pew in the other, like what's going on? Drenched in sweat. You know, it's just another day. It's another day being JeffMAC.
I was gonna find someone to hand this to. I'm gonna go see my buddy from Manitoba over there. Okay, I'm just gonna go hand my rig to this guy quick. I'm gonna go rock this. Hey, can you do me a favor?
Yeah, bro.
I gotta go take a piss.
Yep.
Just gonna hand this to you.
100%.
And just don't press any buttons.
No,
It's sensitive and it might end the stream. And just talk about yourselves.
Okay, we're just gonna hang out the window a bit.
Cool. Bring it in and talk about yourselves. Sorry, I appreciate it.
No problem, man. Buddy's here to the washroom, so. 371 forward me, like. We're the famous guys over here. We're on the Toronto Post. No, Washington Post. Washington Post, and then what was the other one?
Washington Post and Ottawa, the Ottawa Soleils and shit.
Yeah,
Alright, we're gonna switch to someone else. Give me a second.
making changes, moving the world over here. One joint at a time.
One big bad blunt at a time.
This is actually a really cool setup, bro. I like this thing. This stick. It's Osmo. It's GGI. It just pans. It just like auto gimbal. Here we are.
T-Lawton, I don't know what you're talking about. I wonder if you're watching the live and like it's not live where you are on the stream, because you can rewind it on YouTube. We covered all of what Walter has to say, so I'm not sure what you're talking about.
A lot of Canadian music mixed in, as you'd expect.
Thank you so much, Redhead with Dreads, for resubscribing for 4 months now on Twitch. You're officially a hooligan. Oh, it's sure crazy the people in yellow vests are a specific protest group. What are they like? Well, I don't want to compare them to the Proud Boys, but they're an organized group of protesters. Miscellaneous hardware and chicken. The Pillow Pew is a 1911. That's a 22. It's a GSG 1911. Lone Wolf, I don't know where that is. Maybe that's been covered, but I don't know where that is. Yeah, Murphy, I appreciate you watching on Rumble. We need more hooligans to go to the alternative platforms. That's the hard thing, is people go and they make an account and then they hang out, but it's really boring because no one's there chatting. And so everybody comes back to YouTube. YouTube sucks.
In the different arguments that are had, not here, but I mean in general, is how many of the same
Parabellum, sure, I'll make a tab for it.
I've heard both sides say that, and everybody's a sheep. I've heard both sides say that, and why don't you watch the news? And it's amazing.
Thank you so much to the hooligan that just bought some hooligan leggings. I appreciate you.
Intention is simply to point a camera and show you for yourself exactly what's happening. Tim Miller, thank you. Yes, seems to be.
Alright, there we go. Just added a thread in the Discord for anybody who wants to make cat name suggestions. I'll have to check it out, Russell.
And try to park myself here for a moment. Pardon me, I'm just going to walk in here. Thank you.
Hey, I appreciate you, Foxfire. I noticed that someone had made a comment under a video. When I clicked on their profile to see who it was, there was a notice saying that this person publicly follows you or publicly is subscribed to your channel. And I was wondering, what does that mean? Like, what does that mean that they publicly are subscribed? I don't know. I'm sure it's more trickery from YouTube. Does oil? I guess there is. I guess on the Rumble app they've updated it, and underneath the video you can now see the live chat. What's up, Sherry?
How I'll ever find it again, but they're like, oh, there was a bunch of Karens and Kevins, and it's just all comedy, it's just a joke or whatever. But I was like, oh, Kevin is the rival to Karen for complaint.
What's up, Marvin? Thanks for joining the live.
Amusing. But thank you for saying that. Yeah, you know, there's a lot of different streams, a lot of different channels, and you know, I could probably have a lot more viewers and a lot more chatters if I kind of let this thing run a little bit more free and let everybody do whatever they want. But the problem is, more than anything else, I do have viewers of all ages, and I intend to, but I also intend on being here for the long haul. I've been on YouTube for a few years now, even before this channel started. I have others, and
That's awesome, Andrew. Raccoons are awesome. I wish we could legally own them as pets here in Michigan, but we're not able to. What's up, Mark?
But you know, for that reason, I just want to keep things the way they are. YouTube's a censorship platform anyway, so it's no surprise to anyone.
Well, I appreciate you joining us, Marvin.
There's lots of places for everybody to fight and argue and snap and whine and cry and everything else. And even I have my opinions, although I don't voice them very strongly here. But again, I learn every day. You know, my perspective changes based on the different people that I meet.
Thank you so much, Athelia, for the bits. I really appreciate the donation and the support. Thank you. I'm telling you, it's only a matter of time before I'm sitting here with sunglasses on. My eyeballs are on fire.
There hasn't been nearly as much honking as there was. So,
Green Ozone, your special power is sarcasm. I think my superpower is self-control. It pays off. It pays off. I've been in some tight situations that just keeping my mouth closed and acting like it doesn't bother me has worked out in my favor, especially when officers or the court is involved.
they gave us the most wonderful beginning to a stream because I just walked in a circle showing the trucks and they laid on the horns like they never have. And it was awesome. But apparently an injunction came in that says that they are not allowed or not supposed to honk. Now, I'm not an authority on that law or the situation or anything else.
What's up, King of Dorks?
A lot less honking. It doesn't go on all the time and this and that. I have heard a few honks for moments at a time, but that's all been caught here as well. So you see what I see. And again, my intention is simply to point a camera at it and show you for yourself exactly what's happening. So thank you, everybody, for hanging.
Andrew, you're the opposite. I used to be the opposite too. My superpower used to be chaos, but it doesn't function in society.
Bring you a lot of outdoor live streaming. I'm usually in.
Yeah, Sherry, if I could leave my house, I don't think I've gone out my front door in 8 days. Haven't even felt fresh air in over a week now. If I could get enough time away from the live, yeah, I need to pick up eye drops. I need to go to the post office. I need a few things. Hey, there's nothing wrong with that, Andrew. Hey, I appreciate you stopping in, Misty.
Yes, Karen, I was lucky to catch that too. You're right.
Chi-Town 69, I am not sure how to change your name. If you're part of the Discord, hit up Who Through, because I think he's helped a few hooligans change their names out.
Thank you to the 600 people that are watching now. Again, I really do appreciate every moment that you're here. You'll notice once in a while I just point the camera at the...
What's up, Douglas?
I
What's up, Rock Crusher? Welcome to the live.
can't believe what I'm seeing in front of me.
Well, I appreciate that, Michael. Yeah, Sam, I need an assistant. I'm barely making it on my own. I can't afford to pay someone to help out. Otherwise, I would. I need somebody to go through my emails and stuff, too.
Thank you from Holland. Wow.
Yeah, Paul, I've done a lot to fix the light sensitivity to my eyes. The thing is I think I went too long without doing that, and I damaged my eyes. So now I think they're just permanently sensitive to light. While some people are wearing 2, 3, 4, 5 compliance cloths, I almost need like 2 sets of sunglasses just to drive my car.
More fuel and...
Mana chapstick. No, I actually am like a chapstick collector. I got 6 over there near my bed. I got 2 right here near me. I don't know. I live in Michigan. I don't need cracked lips and stuff like that.
As lots of people have it.
What's up, Gang of 4?
Where people can stay hydrated and refreshed and fed and things like that. There are
Foxfire, you can tell if live streamers are live on the YouTube platform because if you go to adjust where you are in the video, like skipping around on the timeline, it'll have a .live notification next to it. As far as if it's a re-streamer showing old footage, it's really hard to tell. You just got to watch long enough to know what's going on. Like some giveaways would be if it's daytime and what you're watching is nighttime, or vice versa. But those kind of people, that low integrity, that's what gives live streamers and re-streamers a bad name. What's up, Cuban Coyote? There's not much going on. People hanging out and stuff. Yeah, Sherry. I wouldn't be surprised if I end up with real bad eyes because of doing this stuff. They're playing all the hits from the 2000s. Getting it. Deborah just moved to Florida. I can't survive Florida. I am severely unable to survive heat. I have heat intolerance like you wouldn't believe. On average, I'm 101 or 102 degrees year round. I can't handle heat. Anything over 70 degrees and I'm like dying. I'll try that Chrissy Cola. I don't eat fish though. I don't eat seafood. That may be a problem. Nah, Sam, I'm alright. I'd rather watch it burn down than give it to chlorine. No, Andrew, I don't have cherry because I don't like cherry. I get all the fancy stuff. Like, what do I got right here? Vanilla latte. Okay, I'm fancy. I'm fancy. I'll look it up, miscellaneous hardware and chicken. Thanks for letting me know. True crazy. That's your girlfriend.
Lighthearted commentary.
Cornish, they give lip balm with their safe smoking kits. I see. So your lips don't get chapped on your safe crack pipe. Get off your opioids and come smoke some crack. It's the American way now. It's unbelievable.
Thank you to the 600 people watching. I really do appreciate every moment that you're here, every interaction, whether it's a chat message.
And Jeff Keller. Yeah, that's gonna be me. That's gonna be me. I'm gonna be blind.
Helps to get this content pushed out a little bit more.
Parabella. I'm sure the FBI will help you with your emails. I bet they already do. I bet they already do.
So thank you for that.
What's up, Virtual Cockpit? I'm doing pretty good. How are you doing?
In the chat off to give that thumbs up. And
What's up, Zombie Hunter? What's up, Anna? Jeb? You're ready for Crocs. I don't think I could wear Crocs. You know, I don't see a lot of people wearing Crocs, and now I'm starting to wonder if it's because of us being in winter for 7 months out of the year. Because I don't know, are they waterproof? I don't think they have the traction to survive here. We need the heavy duty winter Crocs. You gotta put the chains on it.
right now, you probably can't see it. Mine says 636 right this second, but none of YouTube's numbers are ever accurate either. We deal with this all the time in the analytics. A lot of YouTubers lost hundreds, even thousands of
Glad to hear it, Virtual Cockpit.
words. But we expect that, right? People come into chats and then when they don't like what they've said,
What's up, Sunflower Prepper? I'm doing pretty good. How are you doing?
make account, come back in and
What's up, Dennis? Murphy, all this violence and hate. I know, look at the insurrectionists going crazy. There's children there. Like, do they consider the children white supremacists too for being there? I don't know enough about Canada and all this. I've seen this. I haven't seen leading up to this when they were calling them all violent Nazis and stuff like that. Maybe their opinion has changed by now. I doubt it, but maybe. What's up, Under Fire?
either way, I do appreciate every single moment everybody's
Crocs are dangerous.
million channels to choose from on YouTube. So thanks for being here with me today. I'm happy to be able to bring this to you.
What's up, White and Nerdy? It's going good. How are you doing? Yeah, Jeb, I can't picture myself wearing Crocs either. I actually wear boots almost year round. Trigger crazy, those are dwarf bigots. Those aren't kids. Those are dwarf bigots. I see. You would know. You're Canadian. I'll take your word for it. Thanks for filling me in, Trigger Crazy, keeping me honest and accurate. What's up, Eric? Thanks for joining the live. Deadpool wore Crocs. Deadpool is also a pansexual or something like that, so not an even comparison at all. Yeah, Paul, I wear those band hammer boots. March around in boots all day.
You guys can put together, because we got a hockey pool that's gonna start. So, you're a trucker, or you're stuck in the convoy, you know, all those vehicles that are parked in between our trucks, supporting our truckers. I want you to start gathering your community, your hockey team, because we're gonna have hockey pool, and we're gonna do it old school style, shitting in the street, or better yet, hockey night in Ottawa. So start thinking about that. We are going to have a sign-up table probably tomorrow go up. So start thinking about your teams so that we can start showing, you know, the officials. We're still here. We still got a heart. We are still in love with each other and community, and we're here to the bitter end. Love you guys.
All right. So to continue our show, we have rapper Sushi. Everybody!
Is that Justin Bieber?
He said hello earlier.
Thanks for coming in, guys, like you said, like she said, like we said. And look, there's people here with hearts. I know. There's a lot of people who love tonight and today. So, let me introduce myself to you. And I made a love song. You want to hear it? Yeah. I'll show you. Let's go. And it's called You.
I know you guys really want to hear that song, but because he's playing over a beat, there's a chance that the producer that made the beat has already copywritten the song with YouTube's content ID. So I can't get a copyright strike over that. We'll unmute it from time to time so you can hear the awesomeness. Man, no, I don't wear cowboy boots. I'm in Michigan. I mean, some Michiganders wear cowboy boots, but I feel like they're kind of LARPing, wishing they were in Tennessee or something. But that's just my opinion. Nobody I personally know or anything like that wears cowboy boots. We wear work boots. Mac boots. I'm saying if I had a designer, We would. I would definitely come out with a clothing line and footwear and all that stuff with secret pockets, extra durable for combat and all that stuff. Whether you're going to work, making breakfast, or kicking in the face of commies, get yourself some JeffMAC boots. Get yours today. Well, there you go. There's that freestyle you guys been asking for. What's up, SOB? Welcome to the live. True crazy, there was a trucker saying that Antifa took his tires off overnight. Hey, it happens. Gotta blame somebody.
Ready.
I always have a conflicting feeling when I see stuff like this. Like when you turn something that's supposed to be important into amateur hour. I mean, I'm sure he probably has the best intentions, but it kind of seems like taking advantage of a situation, especially the quality of music that I'm hearing. I don't know. Conflicting feelings about this stuff. Whether it's this or when we see it during the BLM protests, it's never a good feeling. Duke, it's an island boy? Not yet. Maybe he'll get famous. Maybe he'll blow up on TikTok or something. Get some face tats. He'll be real popular. T-Lon, I don't know what he's rapping about. I can't understand the words. The camera guy is either covering the microphone or his microphone has been damaged or something. It's got a weird sound to it.
Capable. Vous êtes tout le temps capable de montrer. Je suis en avant combien de personnes en ce moment? Je veux entendre, il y a combien de personnes ici?
Is that English?
Right now! Perfect. It was just to introduce myself that I make this little song, but now that's what it's all.
Yeah, Paul, I agree. Some people need to know they suck. If you got friends that make music and they suck, tell them they suck. It might hurt their feelings, but it'll make them better. Not enough people are honest, and look at the world today. It's because people are too worried about everyone's feelings. You gotta let that truth flow. I don't know. Oh, he was speaking French. I couldn't tell if it was French or German, and so I was like, well, I'll say one and get hate for the other. So if I just say, is that English, then I didn't do anything wrong. Oh, Tara, you muted me because I hurt your little feelings. Here, I'll mute you. Now you don't exist anymore. Good for you. Have a good day. Yeah, Chris, you can't tell them they suck on the internet because they'll get canceled. But you tell them they suck in person and they try and cancel you, well, you just unlock their forehead. You can't undo getting punched in the face. I think the world needs to wake up to that. It's not a call for violence. It's a metaphor. That's why it's a metaphor. Making better people.
Every time I get played up, they just hold me tight. I'm just.
Troy, Tara got that free. She got that safe smoke kit in the mail. Yep, she's probably one of the testers. It's easier to vote blue when you're addicted to crack. I think that's the goal there. There's some ulterior motive there. Chris, it's disclaimer time. Yeah, exactly. This is all just make-believe from the mind of a hooligan. Don't you worry. Nothing here is factual. What's up, Noel? Yeah, Paul, I agree. I think that real artists, musicians, anybody that makes music, I think that they always feel like they suck. And when somebody tells you you suck, someone that, you value their opinion, they actually tell you suck, it makes you work harder. It makes you better. And it makes you not want to perform until people don't think you suck anymore. And then it turns out to be good for everyone.
Right now. Where are you? Yeah, yeah. Perfect. So now
Oh, Shane, they pulled a couple of your videos for copyright music even though you're not monetized. Yeah, I guess YouTube sucks. They suck.
yeah. So we're here for a reason. We all have different opinions on this movement. Oh, it's coming along.
What's up, Lefty Lucy?
Vaccinated, I gotta say, that because so my big opinion right now is look how much people is looking at me right now.
Country boy, do you support old man Walter? Does anybody support old man Walter? We don't around here.
It's being like that.
He's giving out free crack pipes. Come on, man.
What we need, fighting for a better world. And I think everybody wants to have this mic, to have the chance to talk. I'm thoroughly sure. But you know what? If I'm here to make this bigger, I will. Well, sir, we knew the trucker, everybody here, to the person who's suffering, to the person who makes thousands of millions of money each year, we're all standing together!
Jeb, no, I don't know how to play any instrument outside of a keyboard, a flute. I want to say that's it. That's all I know how to play. And I'm not like, that skilled with it. Just enough to do what I need to do for recording.
Circumstances that get me very down. But here,
Come on, man.
that I made for making a change. And I think it's the best time to make in that situation. Am I right? Let's get into it. Change, everybody. Life's a dungeon. Sorry.
Hell yeah, country boy. It's like that here too in West Michigan. Trump signs, Trump flags all over the place. I never even seen a Biden sign or flag. I didn't even think they were real until right up to the point where he entered the White House. Then we saw a couple live feeds where people actually had them. I don't know if they made it specifically for the event, but I'd never seen one. I didn't even think they were real. Oh my goodness, the chats are so dry. What's up, Cheeky Chaps?
Enjoy your son, you can't get it back. Life's a luncheon when no food can. Sunken, oh, my place sunken.
Alan, you play the spoons? I can play the spoons. I guess. I'm not as skilled at it as I've seen on YouTube, but I know how to do that. Parabellum's Odyssey give you copyright strikes? No. Odyssey gives me no trouble at all. I can say what I want, I can chat what I want, I can pretty much show what I want, and they don't care about music and stuff as far as I know.
On stage like that. It's my first time on stage right now. I do a hell job. Well, thank you. I'm trying my best.
Alright, thanks for stopping in, Snooks.
Never be scared to share. Never be scared to chase your dreams. Chase your dreams. It was hard in the pandemic for me to chase my dreams, but now look where I am. It's great. I'm 19 years old and doing a show for you guys. So it's beautiful. And I think we have a message past Trudeau's logo that we need to change. We need to change. We want liberté over la liberté. Over. I live. I love to see your smile, guys. You're all amazing. Now, let's make a roll for change. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Check. Whoa. Whoa. We take it slow. Okay.
He needs like 3 or 4 friends to get on stage with him. He'd look less lonely up there. USA Top Soul. Let's talk about Old Man Walter's lower back tattoo, his tramp stamp. Who knows? What do you guys think it would be? Post in the chat what you think it would be. What's up, Just a Pleb? And welcome to the live. $11:11, 2 dolphins kissing. That's hilarious. What's up, Scott? Not that I have heard. I guess something happened, a raid happened in Alberta, maybe? I can't remember now. Trigger Crazy told me, but I can't remember now. But nothing's happened here as far as I know. They were expecting trucks to be towed away, and I don't think it actually happened. Nefty's a tattoo of himself sniffing a little girl's hair, but the girl is Jen Balsacki. it's a child photo of Jen Balsacki. He's probably got huge BLM tats on his back. That's probably what it is. He takes prison style photos and stuff where he's all kneeled down with his hands all up, throwing up gang signs and stuff. Old Man Walter, getting it.
What must be what? You can change. Well, you can make it. Well, you need to change.
Son, it's a portrait of Peter Ducey's face. That's awesome. That's a good one.
Enjoy and be yourself. Give it up for Sushi! Unbelievable!
You say his rap name is Sushi?
Let's go, Canada!
It's all his kids' names around a crack pipe. That's his tramp stamp.
Thanks everybody for hanging out.
What's up, Love Tina?
A lot of this stuff on the stage because, you know, this literally is world news, and a lot of people are going to want to look back on this. So I've made a playlist of all these live streams, and hopefully you'll check those out and catch up if you need to with other things that have happened. I was lucky to be in Ottawa 3 days last week. I've been here today, yesterday, and the day before, and I was in Toronto for Saturday and Sunday. Like I said, I could probably keep a lot more viewers if I moved around and let the chat run a little more freely. And
Yeah, Cornish, I'm actually not surprised at that. The first one to upload music on YouTube wins, basically, unless it comes from a big distributor. So like I get so much shit about not playing the national anthem. You know, if they play it, I have to mute it, and everyone's like, well, that's public domain. Not here on YouTube, it's not.
Right here, she's standing. It's for her.
I had a little girl named Kendra message me today. Her mother messaged me, and she said her only wish is to get a happy birthday from the freedom fighters in Parliament Hill. So let's give a happy birthday to Kendra, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, thank you so much, Paul, for the $25 donation. I really appreciate it. And thank you for using Cash App.
Birthday, Kendra. Happy birthday, Kendra.
Oh man, these guys don't even know. Disney's gonna sue the hell out of all these people. So I don't know if you guys know this. I've mentioned this before. Disney owns the rights to Happy Birthday. They own the copyright to it. And so that's why when you go to a restaurant and it's your birthday, they don't sing Happy Birthday to you because it's considered a public performance, and they're technically infringing on Disney's copyright. So they have to make up their own version of Happy Birthday. Otherwise, they're liable to be sued. Just like in this setting, this is considered a public performance. Everyone on stage is liable to be sued by Disney, even though they're in Canada.
I hope you'll consider subscribing. I promise to bring you a lot of outdoor live streaming in the coming months in Niagara Falls, about 6 hours away from where we are here.
Son, the way that public domain works is it has to be 70 years, I think, past the death of the original copyright owner, but they can also pass down the ownership to family members, like Marvin Gaye did that. So all of his family owns the copyright to all of his music, and it's a big deal in hip-hop for people to sample Marvin Gaye in that genre, and the family makes so much money from suing rappers and producers for using samples from Marvin Gaye. We had to learn a lot about it when I was in college for music.
Getting a little more used to walking around for hours at a time now, so might be able to bring you more than I used to. But we'll see.
Yeah, T. Lawton. People in the music industry make more money from suing each other than they do from music. The music industry is terrible. It's people ripping each other off from top to bottom. That's all it is. Before I was doing this, I was trying to teach people to create their own record labels so they wouldn't have to be a part of the music industry. They would be able to change it. But unfortunately, a lot of people that make music are Democrat and they want free service. And I spent $75,000 to get my degree. And that's too much for me to provide service for free.
Things we witnessed here. My intention, again, is just to point a camera at the activity and show you.
Yeah, Cornish.
What's going on both here in Ottawa and in Toronto. I'll continue to bring you as much of this as I can.
Yeah, Shane, I need to get my account going. We're going to be live streaming on OnlyFans since we get so much censorship here on YouTube.
Forgive me for not catching a lot in the chat and for not welcoming every single person.
Hey, I appreciate you, Lukewarm.
Everybody's spending. We got over 300 watching now. And thanks for sticking around with me. Those thumbs up really do help. Every interaction here, whether it's a chat message, those thumbs up.
Yeah, Jack, touring makes more money than CD sales. Well, MP3 sales, stream sales. I don't know, whatever they call it now.
Coming days, weeks and maybe even months ahead.
Smoky one, only Jeff's. Yep. I'm saying if I had software developers, we'd be coming up with all kinds of stuff. Customer service manager. Who's rapping next? That's actually the first rapper I've seen on these live streams. I think there was like a country singer. I don't know. I guess I just assume it's country because he had a guitar. I don't know. I think that's the only live performance I've covered. Other than the jerry can drummers. We seen those last night, a couple guys. That one guy was so annihilated last night. I don't know if he was on something more than alcohol, but he was having himself a time. Just a Plaid Ryan Upchurch is rapping now. Upchurch, he's been making raps for a long time. Upchurch is actually pretty cool. He seems like a cool dude. He's got a TikTok and he's like, he just bitches about life stuff on there, and it's kind of awesome. Upchurch got called out by Heavy Duty Country yesterday. Is that like a country group? I don't know anything about country music. I don't listen to country music.
For them, literally.
You see kids out there getting it. You gotta teach your kids to dance early. That's good for you. Oh, I didn't know talking about Upchurch was gonna be controversial. I don't know anything about what he's been doing. I know he made a really hilarious video like 10 years ago, and that's how I found him. And then I see him on TikTok bitching about people stealing shit out of his yard, like rusty tractor parts, and scrapping them to make money. And I just think that's hilarious.
I am gonna walk around a bit now. It's getting, I don't think it's any colder, but I've been standing for a while.
Heavy Duty Country is a YouTuber. Oh, that's cool.
Button up here, and then we'll go for a bit of a walk. We'll consider.
Yeah, I appreciate you, Anna. Yeah, Sherry, that may be the case, but here on YouTube it doesn't work like that. If there's a song that hasn't been copywritten on YouTube yet, and say I upload it, I'm now the copyright owner as far as YouTube goes. And so then any video that comes out after that would be paying me royalties, or you would have to delete or silence the video. That's how the YouTube content ID works. I had a lot of issues when I got connected with my distributor, because my distributor posts my music on iTunes, Shopify, Spotify, wherever people listen to music, including YouTube. And then we would have issues and stuff about samples, and I would have to fight them and get their stuff taken down from people playing my music in the background of their videos and stuff. Oh, I see Parabellum. That sounds cool. Yeah, I'm not hating on country music. I don't listen to it. I can't relate to it. So why would I listen to it? You know? What's up, Betrayed by Corrupt Scumbags? Welcome to the live.
I had heard something like that, Truck, about the low temperature, but I can't be certain. I can tell you.
What's up, Ty? I don't even know what that is. I'm gonna Google it. If it's hate speech, you're getting banned. So I hope you don't think it's that funny.
The last couple of days have only been around 0, plus or minus 3. I don't even think it ever got to plus, but it hasn't been too bad.
Ah, you're good, Ty. Graywall, you hate country music? Why would you hate country music? What did country music ever do to you? When I was younger, I used to have a lot of friends that would listen to country music while they smoke weed and stuff because they would think it's funny. It's fun to rap over because the beat's always really slow and stuff, and you know, complaining about your truck or your dog cheating on you with your wife or whatever they talk about, like they would just think that was funny. But I don't listen to it, and I appreciate music too much to degrade it like that.
Well fed and hydrated and all that stuff. And there's lots of different clusters of the convoy. We see supplies and all kinds of things. I'm sure a lot of stuff has had to be brought into trailers and things with this rain that's been going on. I don't know if this was expected. When I looked at my weather app earlier today, it didn't say anything about rain.
Troy, Upchurch's manager is a little boozy. Well, yeah. I mean, he's not the greatest person, but like I'm saying about the music industry, it's, you know, it's whatever. It probably did good for Upchurch's fan base as far as doing music, but as far as his appearance, you know, like you said, it hurt your opinion of how you see him because he's associated with Lil Boozy now. What's up, Donald?
One of those is that we do have viewers of all ages from around the world. I'm always mindful of that. There could be younger viewers watching. You never know who's watching with their parents, grandparents, guardians, or even by themselves. And then as well, we want to be able to keep the streams up and keep the videos up. So I tend to repeat myself very many times.
Just a pleb. I'm sorry I brought up Upchurch. At least you guys brought up someone I actually know. Hooligans are always like, yeah, what about this guy? What do you think? I'm like, I don't even know who that is.
And in Toronto when I was there. There's more
Yeah, Wade. Lil Boozy is kind of racist. He's pretty old, though. I mean, not that that's an excuse, but I think everybody has had grandparents and stuff that are a little bit on the racist side, and then they would say that they're not racist because they don't even realize it. But it's a mix between the world becoming too sensitive and over, like, reading into things too much, and them being racist and feeling that racism has to be more objective than just openly talking. Good, Donald. I'm glad to hear it. What's up, Darlene? Welcome to the live.
They've had to cover a lot of things.
I'll check it out, Sam.
There's been a lot of things donated, hats and gloves.
Debacles, you watch Blind Fury? He's awesome. He's pretty awesome too. I think he's actually underrated. I wish somebody would kind of take care of him because he could actually be releasing some really good music if somebody would kind of take them under his wing, get some songs recorded, do some proper marketing and stuff. He could actually be lighting up. Right now it's almost like an Andy Milonakis kind of situation.
And I appreciate every moment that you spend here. Walking right into it, you're gonna have to let me know if my lens gets covered. You can see better than I can. Try to clean that up if that's the case.
Give back my liberty. You found us on Getter? Well, that's awesome because I thought Getter was just a dead platform. I don't ever see anything going on Getter, and they won't let us go live on there, and I would be happy to go live on Getter. As soon as I find somewhere else to go live, I think Facebook's gonna be the one that gets the axe. Nobody watches on Facebook. Hardly anybody talks in the chat. Only when we show Canadian stuff. Whenever we're showing protests or anything, it's so dry. It is so dry over there.
Thank you for the positivity in the chat and the messages of support.
Just a pleb. I don't know if it ever started. I don't know. It's dead in there.
There's an example, one of the cars that have been written.
Yeah, Robert, we're currently live right now on YouTube, Twitch, Odyssey, Rumble, and Facebook.
See more and more vehicles. A couple more police in this intersection than there was before, but
John Costello, record label signing artists is almost phased out. That's not even a thing anymore. Most artists are independent. They just don't know what they're supposed to do because the industry's been portraying this image that if you make a hit song, you're just going to get signed and become a millionaire and your life's going to be really great and blah, blah, blah. One, that's not really how it works. And two, even if it was, that's not how it happens anymore. There's a lot of... Music is so fake. Music is so fake. Everything is so fake. All that money you see them with is fake money. It's all stage money and stuff. I don't know. I could go on and on and on. It's so fake. It's just like watching the White House.
every day. And on days where I expect it to be a longer night than I sometimes will get into two. We take care of that soon.
Sure, you can't voice chat in the Discord because your mic's for radio broadcasting. Yeah, the settings for voice chat in Discord is kind of complicated. I have to actually use my my gaming headset in order to talk in the Discord. For some reason, the mic I'm talking on right now won't connect to it.
You know, months will go by and then I'll say, I feel like a coffee today. Of course, I load it with cream and sugar and all that stuff too. But when I drink too much coffee all at once, you know, either every day or multiple times a day, I find myself...
Yeah, Adriana, the music industry sucks so bad. Bunch of fake crap, paying for stuff you're not even gonna get. Like, if you were gonna make music today in today's world, say you write a producer on or a manager or something like that on Instagram, you write them, you're like, hey, you know, I got some really great music, I'd like to collab, or I would like to hire you or whatever. How much is it? Their response 90% of the time will be, what's your budget? Because whatever number you say, they're going to take it and they'll still give you a mediocre service. And if their image is really good, you're going to aim for a high number. You're going to say, well, I can afford $1,000 a month. And they'll be like, oh yeah, okay, well, I'll work with you if you got $1,000 a month. But if you can reach $2,000 a month, I'll give you premium service. And you're like, okay, so you scrape up your last dollars thinking you're going to make it. And then they do a shitty job. No one ever hears your music. They keep your money and you're still a nobody and your dreams are broken and you go through it over and over again until you learn it's not worth it.
We were down in Toronto and had a conversation.
What's up, Shanti? What's up, B-bro?
And that was all just as peaceful as this. And
What's up, Sage Pup?
How long you stuck around on Saturday? Were you there Saturday or just Sunday?
Yeah, I was there till about 6 o'clock. I showed up at about 11:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
I was in the park with the beginning of the speeches and that, and then around 2:30 or 3 o'clock, started to move out to Avenue Road and Bloor.
Yeah.
And, there was some excitement that was going on. A lot of people having a good time in that. And then all of a sudden, the police moved in and they wanted everything quieted down.
I can't tell still to this day. I'd have to go back and really watch. I don't know whether that was pre-planned or not, like whether it was already arranged that everybody was to go, or if the cops made everybody leave, because it didn't seem
typically
hostile.
result
Yeah.
in.
I heard earlier that they were talking about later on in the evening coming up here, but I didn't know whether that was going to happen.
Yeah.
But I've heard all I needed to hear
Yeah.
already. I think the message had gotten out. Unfortunately, there wasn't big of a turnout as I would like to have seen from the people in the GTA area. But I can understand that. The Toronto police made it quite clear that they were not allowing anybody.
Right.
What's up, Faberjay?
Close to police park.
So for those of you who didn't catch it yet, I did catch one of the meetup points.
Yeah, Captain Seamus, that is why Tom McDonald is doing good, because he's constantly putting out content, making sure there's visual content as well as musical or audible content, and he's not signing any contracts or affiliating with anyone that he doesn't agree with. And all the resources to be independent are there. Most people either want free crap, so they want free beats, free engineering, free marketing, and they focus on it so much that they never make it happen. They just focus on what they believe is in their way. It's dumb. It's dumb. But Tom McDonald, he's doing it right.
They were very, they were patient. Their presence was there for sure.
Yeah.
But they made it crystal clear that none of the stuff in other types of protests that have happened previously was going to happen.
Yeah,
They were going to let it get out.
Yeah, they had a heavy. Yeah, no, it was cool. It was as it always is. You know what I mean? So.
As it's supposed to be.
As it's supposed to be.
Across, not with anger and violence and that. It's with people showing that they're supporting.
USA Topsail, I don't know anything about college sports.
We are Canadian.
I know that industry is corrupt too. Even in high school, it's like that. They'll encourage students to move to different schools so the football teams and stuff can have those students, and it's so bad that I don't know if it's just here in Michigan, but they had to make laws that if you're a new student, you have to sit out a season before you can join a sport, because people were free agenting high school students so badly around here.
Well, we seem to be getting a lot of support from around the world as well. I'm very lucky to have messages coming in from all kinds of people from just everywhere, and the opinions are differed and things like that. People have their different reasons for the different thoughts, of course, but there is a lot of positivity that comes in. So.
But it was quite quiet for a while because I have a friend who's down in Australia, and I texted him.
Yeah, Adriana, I agree. When I started music, you had to have physical audio equipment, like studio equipment and stuff, and it was hundreds or thousands of dollars. It was that, or you couldn't make music. And then a couple years into it, all of a sudden everything went digital. You can get plugins and software and spend $100 on an audio interface and $100 on a Shure microphone, and bam, now you got the same thing that the industry has. The resources are good, it's the people that suck. Yeah, Captain Seamus, absolutely. Everybody wants a free ride. Nobody successful got it the easy way. You either blow up overnight and then you're a nobody tomorrow, or you buckle down and you do the right thing and you make sure your foundation is solid. And then as you build your castle, nobody can knock it down.
There's quite a few, yeah.
Fort Dave gets his drone up there all the time. There's lots of people that are out here showing.
Yeah, Scott, $100,000 on a mixing board. Exactly. And in today's world, it's just a physical button, so you don't have to drag your mouse to change the volume of a track. It literally doesn't do anything for the audio sound. It's just convenience. And that's a lot of money to spend on convenience, but it's because of the digital stuff. Everything's digital now.
I hope you'll go back and watch this. Yeah. You kept it. I've handed out a few of those.
That's right, Green Ozone.
Good.
It's been an enlightening experience, a learning experience, because I'm telling you, mainstream media does not get the message out there properly. It does not. It shows one side of the story.
They know what they need to do.
The human side of the story, and that's what's really missing. Is you gotta get down here and see the people. See, what's really.
What's up, mommies?
Even the police here.
Welcome to the live. Trying to think how I can say it without getting in trouble on YouTube. The Canadians want things to go back to normal, and so they're protesting peacefully in the pursuit of doing that.
Not lots of eye contact, nods, things like that, and we did have in Toronto an officer wave. I had a small interaction with an officer crossing a street here, but it was off camera, just hey, how you doing? Because he was standing there, I was standing there, and they were as pleasant as you'd expect. So, yeah, I haven't seen anything otherwise.
Respect each other, and this will turn out properly in the end. I'm 100% sure that somebody will eventually have to speak to the cause, and yep. And
Sure, do they have the technology to create a media blackout if the police go in? Oh yeah, absolutely. Everything's wireless. Everything's running off Wi-Fi and data. I mean, it'd be just as simple as turning off a cell phone tower and boom, now nobody knows what's going on.
Anything's going to happen in Toronto.
What's up, Larry?
And so we'll have to see. But thanks, everybody, for hanging out. And thank you for the thumbs up. I really do appreciate that.
Yeah, Snow Possum. The Focusrite Scarlett Pro, they're pretty good. Interfaces. I have one in my studio. What is this right here? This is an Avid Duo, I think, that I'm talking through right now. The best one right now is the let me look it up really quick. The Apollo. If you can get the Apollo interface, it's the only interface in the world that has processors inside of it, so you can hear all the effects on your vocals without any latency. But they're $1,000 each. Yeah, Robert, I apologize about that. All the links are on my link tree though, and now I have the link tree posted on the blue banner at the top of the chat. But I'm glad you found me on Rumple.
Thanks again, everybody, for the thumbs up too. Those really do help. If you have the ability to share this anywhere, whether it's on a Facebook page or group or subreddit or Instagram or TikTok or anywhere else at all, appreciate it greatly. Could help get a few more people in here today, but it also sends engagement signals to YouTube to say, hey, maybe you should push this out a little bit more. Not just today, but in the coming days, weeks, and possibly even months ahead.
Jack Dust, a lot of famous people with hits are going to be broke in a couple years. Yeah, because they're never taught how to manage their money. Like, I don't know how many of you, well, I know a lot of you don't listen to rap, but there was a famous rapper a few years back named Young Jock. It was like every song he put out was a hit. Everything was doing really well. And now he's an Uber driver. I actually just heard someone playing one of his songs the other day. And the thing is I don't think he gets the royalties from it because he was a signed artist, so the record label owns all the rights to his music.
To get to recognize a lot of people, and as we've seen, a lot of positive vibes between everybody. Pardon me. So you'll see that I keep my commentary fairly lighthearted here, and I do that for a couple of reasons, so that we can keep the streams up and keep the videos up, but also because we have viewers of all ages from around the world, so I'm always mindful of the fact that we could have younger people watching, and I appreciate everybody keeping the chat lighthearted for that reason as well. Here's more of these handwritten notes and pictures. Like I said, more than anything else.
Heather, all the border crossing webcams went dark. Yeah, I heard that earlier. It's probably something strategic. It's a lot easier to get away with things when nobody's able to watch what's happening. Yeah, Eric, it doesn't take much nowadays to ruin your music career. It's not even worth making music, really, in today's world. Everything's been devalued. Just like Netflix and stuff like that. You know, you can go on YouTube and you can listen to a song thousands of times, and that artist might make 11 cents off of that. Maybe. They might make 11 cents. So because of because of streaming platforms, they've devalued music. And so now people won't pay for music. Well, how do you continue to provide music when you're not making any money off of it? You got to sell merch, you got to go on tour, you got to charge your fans for meet and greets, because the music doesn't sell anything. And then the same thing's happening with TV and movies. We have Netflix. You pay $10 a month or whatever for Netflix, and then you watch 20,000 videos that month, those, they're not making money off that either. The longer this stuff goes on, the less people that'll make music and the less people that make movies, and eventually the art industry is just going to be trash, and that's because nobody's making money off of it, unless we lose the internet or something, and then everything will go back up in value. Oh, I think he just cut the live. What's up, Paul? All right, so here's the deal. It's about 3 o'clock. I really need to go to the post office and pick up whatever that Hooligan sent me, and I should pick up some eye drops. I got a couple other things I need to do. I've been pushing it all week, but there's so much to cover that if I don't break away, I won't break away, and I'll never get this stuff done. And this is something I have to get done during the business week because none of these places are open on the weekend. So we're going to end this live. But we will be live later checking on the truckers. I think that the protesters in Minnesota are going to probably be protesting or marching soon. I seen that they were at some sort of press briefing or something like that. So everybody's playing really nice and sitting there and listening to the political, the elected officials at this point. But usually when that stuff's over, that's when they hit the streets and start going live and stuff like that. So we will be covering that as well as anything else we can find. So definitely make sure you're subscribed and following and join the Discord. The Discord is free. It's not that complicated to get into, and once you're there, you're there. You'll get notifications for every time we go live. There's 3,800 hooligans in there now to talk to. There's a news board that is constantly up to date with news articles from all over the world for you to check out. So definitely join the Discord. I will see you guys in a couple hours for the next live. Big shout out to everyone that made donations, joined the membership program, or purchased any merch. I really appreciate all of you, and I wouldn't be able to do this without you. So thank you so much for all your support. I'll see you on the next live. Until then, hooligans, stand tall, shine bright, and that's a wrap.